Hey everybody, we are here at the McRitchie Hollis Museum in the Alan Jackson exhibit. And this is so special because Alan Jackson is a country and western singer who was born and raised in Newnan, Georgia. And according to the museum here, his parents built a house around his grandparents' old tool shed, and he married his high school sweetheart before moving off to Nashville to become a famous country and western singer. So the town is very proud of Alan Jackson and his legacy and connection to the community. And so that is very, very sweet homage. But the McRitchie Hollis Museum does a little bit of everything. It's like a tasting plate. You come in here and they have a little corner and a little section for, each decade and each section of history and each little part of the culture. And then whatever piece strikes your fancy, you can learn a whole lot more about. So I think that is really amazing. We're in a section about hospitals because Newnan was known as a hospital town. And one of the really cool things that I learned about is the African American medical practitioners here in Newnan. So that is a neat thing. Obviously, I wasn't aware of Dr. Henry Jordan, Sally Willie Hill Adams, or Dr. Millard McWhorter, and it's great to know that they were here working and practicing in the city of Newnan, Georgia. And of course, there is the Civil War history. Newnan was served as a hospital, and this particular mural represents the wounded soldiers and the nurses that were caring for them here in Newnan. This was happening right in front of the City Hall on the green space. So the painting depicts the hospital tents around the courthouse and the train station. What you have here is a recreation of a Civil War uniform that was used in a movie called Andersonville, but then you have also authentic nurses' dress because just women from the town and the community were helping to take care of wounded soldiers, and women played an incredibly big part in nursing and taking care of soldiers and home life. Additionally, they have an actual uniform from the era if you want to see what the soldiers were actually wearing, as well as other paraphernalia, and then a small wall of actual participants who were soldiers during the war. Each of these soldiers has a little biography here in the museum where you can read about their life and legacy. The Quita History Center has these touch pads, and you can learn about the history. And then of course, these are the medical devices from the era, and it was a pretty grim and difficult war where a lot of amputations happened. Apparently 30,000 Union soldiers lost a limb, and 21,000 of them survived the amputation operation, and these were some of the tools. It's important to remember when we're studying history the actual human beings that were involved and the sacrifices and losses that were involved. And then finally, to end on a happier note, my favorite is this gorgeous old kitchen with the mint wooden cabinets and the beautiful old refrigerator and the stove of my dreams. I would like this beautiful old stove with a bread warmer and ventilator. This 1930s kitchen looks a treat. So I hope you enjoyed this tour. Thanks so much for checking out the Coweta History Museum with me.